The surge in weight loss medication poisonings is nothing short of alarming, doubling in just 1 year, and leaving countless individuals grappling with severe health risks from misusing drugs like Ozempic and Saxenda. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the pursuit of a slimmer figure worth the gamble with your health when these medications are snatched up without proper medical guidance? Let's dive into the details. According to the latest data from the National Poison Information Center, NVIC, they've tallied up 105 poisoning incidents already this year, as of October 31, 2025. That's a stark jump from the 55 cases reported by the same point in 2024, and it dwarfs the total of 75 poisonings recorded for the entire previous year. These incidents stem primarily from off-prescription use of popular weight loss aids, such as Ozempic and Saxenda, as highlighted in reports from AD, accessible at https://www.adnlb-inlandeftlinktoneminantal via gifti gingendor fv or medicatu it jedru gd opto espodizende lp tilde c slug_od=. And this is the part most people miss. Almost every case involves misuse, meaning people are obtaining these powerful drugs without a doctor's oversight, often leading to unforeseen complications. The symptoms reported are troubling enough on their own: frequent mentions of nausea, vomiting, and various stomach and intestinal issues that can disrupt daily life. But experts warn that the true tally of affected individuals could be far higher. Why? Well, the NVIC only hears about cases where people seek help, and healthcare providers aren't always required to report every poisoning. Imagine someone suffering at home without reaching out. Their story remains untold. As Dylan DeLanger from the Poison Control Center explained to AD, what might start as seemingly mild symptoms like nausea and vomiting can escalate dramatically. Severe dehydration from persistent sickness often lands people in the emergency room, requiring urgent medical intervention. And because these medications are now being used on such a massive scale, we're seeing rarer, but more serious side effects come to light. Think about conditions like liver inflammation, hepatitis, acute kidney failure, rhabdomyolysis, a breakdown of muscle tissue that can harm the kidneys, and even inflammation of the blood vessels in the eyes, potentially leading to blindness. For beginners navigating this topic, it's helpful to understand that these drugs work by mimicking hormones to regulate blood sugar and appetite, originally designed for diabetes management, but their off-label use for weight loss has exploded in popularity. These weight loss medications, including semaglutide, liraglutide, dulaglutide, and tirzepatide, were initially developed to help diabetes patients. However, they've crossed over into broader use for shedding pounds. Data from the Pharmaceutical Key Figures Foundation, which tracks drug prescriptions in the Netherlands, shows a remarkable increase. Prescriptions hit 334,000 in the second quarter of 2025, up from just 167,000 2 years prior. As an example, someone might start with a low dose under medical supervision to manage type 2 diabetes, but without that guidance, dosages can spiral out of control, amplifying risks. And here's the tricky bit. It's nearly impossible to quantify how many people are self-medicating with these drugs from unlicensed sources, like online pharmacies or shared supplies. This trend raises eyebrows and sparks debate. Are we as a society prioritizing quick fixes over sustainable health changes? Is the pharmaceutical industry's marketing pushing these drugs into unsafe territories? And what about the ethical questions around access? Who gets these meds, and at what cost? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think stricter regulations could curb misuse? Or is personal responsibility the key? Agree or disagree in the comments below. Let's start a conversation.